Hey, my name's Ben King from Tabletop Gaming Center. We're looking to open up a store in the summer of this year, and we're trying to bring the focus to creating a better gaming experience rather than selling you products, providing you with the tools that you need to actually play your games.
That is a very interesting concept. Now, you've acquired a building to make this happen.
Yep.
You're in the process of laying down the groundwork. What's your vision of how this operates? Let's say a guy comes in off the street. Explain what you're bringing to the community.
The one big thing that we're trying to change is giving people access to try new games before they go and make that huge $100, $200, $300+ commitment to buying the game for themselves. If you come into Tabletop, we're going to have, if you, for example, want to try Warhammer 40,000, you walk in, we have 2 painted armies, completely built, full size. We're going to provide you with the rule books, the army codex, the templates, the dice, the reference sheets, everything you're going to need to play the game. Our staff is going to be knowledgeable in all the games that we have on site, be able to teach you those games and show you how they really work on the table, give you tactics advice, things like that. So you're able to try and see what the game is like before you spend all your hard-earned cash.
Right, and you were saying, and I've had this happen to me before, because I can't really wrap my head around the rules for Warhammer for whatever reason, 40K. But you were saying a lot of times they use very generic, they're basically cookie cutter kind of things. You're looking to really get into the meat in what makes an army stand out, not so much be.
There's a huge difference between learning a game and trying a demo game. There are a lot of stores that will, give you this stripped down version where they make a generic stat line for characters in that game. And you learn the basic fundamentals, but then when you get the game, you learn that there's all these extra rules, all this stuff you need to know. Maybe the army that you tried isn't as powerful or it's completely different.
Isn't the playing style you're looking for.
Exactly, it's the kind of thing. And we just want to give you that full experience so you can say, yes, I like this game and I want to purchase it, or no, this isn't the game for me. And if it's not, try something else. Pick a game. There's so many games out there, such a huge variety. Having all that brought to one place is a huge advantage for a gamer.
Right, so it's not like you would just be doing Warhammer 40K, you could be bringing in Pathfinder. You were even mentioning like D&D possibly.
Yeah, I personally, huge fan of D&D. We're really looking to give something back to that community. One of the big things is creating pre-packaged RPG adventures, taking adventure modules from all these different places. We're collecting all of the maps, all of the dungeon tiles, all of the miniatures for monsters and player characters alike that you'll need to play this game, and packaging them together for you to use while you're at the store. So if you have in your gaming group the person who DMs, they don't have to spend all this time creating an adventure, doing whatever. If they enjoy that, that's great. Bring that into the store and use it. But if you'd like to, have a more casual game, have something all prepared for you, everything's going to be labeled by player level, by the RPG type, and you're able to just pull that off the shelf, open it up, and everything's right there. The other big thing we're doing is, if you aren't lucky enough to have a friend who loves DMing, we have a rent-a-DM program.
This is awesome, guys. Listen up on this. This is super cool.
This is fun. This is something that we've talked about. Because when you've got your gaming group, all your friends, one person has to run that game. Now, they may play a character too, but then they got to multitask, all this stuff. If you really want the experience of playing with your friends in a party, this DM program, we're going to bring in a DM to run your game. They're going to either pull something off the shelf, or if you bring in an adventure that you'd like to run, if you're in the middle of a campaign, we'll look it over, we'll run that game with miniatures, with tiles, and bring you that experience, and you're able to really enjoy it with all of your friends.
That is really, really cool. Now, you were also talking about like a lounge area and
yeah, the lounge and the library. We want this to be a place where you can come in and you don't have to, stand the whole time and be gaming the whole time. It's a place to hang out and just, talk the hobby, explore new things. We want you to be reading.
You're not buying anything anymore, get out of my store.
Exactly. When you come in, we have an entry fee that you pay. Once you're in, our goal is to make sure you have the best gaming experience that you can so that you come back and you want this to be your place to enjoy your hobby.
So it's kind of like a club in that sense.
Absolutely. We want that atmosphere that the act of gaming is more important than pushing products on you, doing all this stuff. Get in, do what you're going to do, and get out. We want you to, time is valuable between work, between school, relationships, all these outside factors. You may only get out once a week, once a month, a couple times a year to really enjoy your hobby. You shouldn't have to compromise that time with a place that, if you're not, spending a whole lot of money buying new armies at your store, you're kind of pushed aside.
Right.
That's where.
And actually, on the reverse side of this, maybe you have a lot of time, and that's where this becomes an incredible value.
Absolutely. We are creating a membership program. It gives you, first of all, it's going to cut out your entry fee. It's going to lower that cost considerably over time, and you're entered in giveaways and contests. You're going to get coupons that other people won't have access to. But one of the big things that you're going to get is the ability to reserve tables.
This is pretty cool. Yeah, go into this again.
There are places that you can, sign up on a sheet. It's not always enforced, and it's kind of iffy. We're creating a program where you can call us up to a week in advance of when you need this table, just like you would at a restaurant. I need a table for 4. I'd like it to be a 4 by 6 foot table. We'd like city terrain, and we need it, Saturday at 5. We're gonna lock that table off. No one will be able to use that. We're gonna pull the terrain, set it aside to make sure when you get there, 1, you don't have a wait. 2, you know that you're going to have a table, and 3, it's going to be the table that you were planning and wanted to play on.
Nice.
And that's something that you don't see in that much force really anywhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have an idea of how many tables you'll be supporting at this store?
We're shooting for 10.
Nice, that's a lot.
The building we're looking at right now, and that's 10, not just flat tables. Some of them will be modular, some will be flat because we support cardboard games too.
Sweet.
But we're going to have modular tables with terrain you can pull off. We're going to have scenic boards that are set the way that they are, just intricate, beautifully designed. We're doing concept work for it right now. All sorts of great stuff. We're shooting for 10 tables. It's a 2,088 square foot building, what we're looking at right now. Plenty of space when you don't have all the racks of product.
Exactly.
100% of that space is for gaming. We've got our little front desk, the rest of it is yours. Tables, terrain.
So this lounge. You can actually make a lot of new friends doing this, it sounds like.
Fantastic. And that's another thing with that atmosphere of the gaming. Basically people have 2 choices right now of where to play. If you're lucky enough to have space at your home or a friend's home, you can do that. Or you go to a store that also provides you a place to play. The big advantage to playing at someone's home is that's where the focus is. It's about you and your friends having a good time, playing the games that you love. The problem is it limits you so much on space. Maybe you've got a dining room or kitchen table.
Or your wife doesn't like all of your smelly friends coming over, and your children don't like being shoved off to their bedrooms.
Absolutely. And then the other thing is you're limited to whatever games, miniatures, terrain, what have you, that you and your friends can provide.
Not everybody does this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a reason I have a following here.
And if you go to a store, yeah, you have all that space. You have all the, you have access to terrain if you're lucky enough to have a local gaming store like that. But again, that focus isn't there. If you're not there to spend money on product, you're kind of a second-rate customer. We don't refer, when we're talking and planning all this stuff out, we don't call our patrons customers. We call them players, or we call them gamers. And that's how we're starting to refer to them, just to keep that mindset up that they're here to enjoy themselves, to enjoy their hobby, and that's where we need to keep our focus too. And I feel like we're bringing together
true customer satisfaction.
Yeah, we're trying to bring together the best of playing at home, the best of having a public space, bringing it together. Hopefully you're meeting new people, you're trying new games, and you're expanding your hobby.
Well, the neat thing about this too is I do a lot of tabletop type stuff, but it's like I started off as a role player, and it seems to me it'd be really easy for me to hook up with the D&D group, start doing that, and there's a lot of D&D people that really love the miniatures part of it. They might want to expand out more into like a fantasy, you know, setting, and that crossover, you're providing that bridge.
Absolutely. We really push that kind of stuff. We are planning already special events and, you know, tournaments, stuff like that, to really kind of bring in a wider audience. Maybe host a D&D game, but maybe it doesn't use a grid system. It uses more of fantasy battle rules. So you come in, you get to play your D&D character, we've adapted rules, but now it's transitioning you into this new game. Well, maybe you'd like to try this. Here's the full version of this game.
Cool.
And it's bringing that fantasy group, because they're like, oh, we got this fantasy game, we can use these characters. The D&D group comes in, and you're meeting people you might otherwise not meet, and you're kind of expanding your game and creating a new way to play.
Right, because a lot of these stores, if you're not buying, they tend to usher you out. So the crossover chance of you actually meeting other gamers is shortened up by that, whereas with this, the whole idea is we want you to be here, and that expands greatly.
Oh, absolutely.
You are also, now, if there are people out there that say make terrain or make figures or paint figures and they want to showcase their work,
absolutely.
Do they, what's the situation there?
We're doing a couple things. First of all, we're going to have window display cases. It's not all going to be, you know, tabletop studio armies and terrain. If you paint something and you are proud of this, bring it in, we'll give it a showcase. If you, let's say you make terrain and you want it in the store, give it a week run in the store. See if people like that terrain. Give us your contact info. If people ask about it, oh, where did this new piece of terrain come from? We'll give them your information, send it that way if you're trying to sell the stuff.
Sure. So you're helping other companies.
Absolutely. Yeah, if it's an established company, you know, bring in our stuff. We'll have it at tables. We'll showcase it. We'll run a special event featuring your terrain, your board, your miniatures, what have you. Expose people to it, and we'll kind of drum up that.
You start building that base support. Man,
and the
that's
one thing
awesome.
we talked about before was if you develop a game that you're trying to either play test or get out there, or drum up support for that kind of thing. We're creating a library. We're collecting, books, source books, army books, rule books, and we're stocking shelves of this stuff that you can come in, kind of read. We've got a little lounge where you can kick back, kind of flip through books, see how the rules work. If you create a game and you'd like to feature it on there, absolutely. Get us a copy, we'll put it on there, and again, we'll forward those people to you if they show interest. Nice.
This is new. I don't think I've seen this anywhere else before. Are you pretty sure you're breaking the mold on this?
I like to think so.
I think you are.
And one of the things that we even talk about, yeah, it's great to be this original, thing, and yeah, we'd love to be the only store to do this. One of our goals is to shift all these stores, say, this is the new thing, this is the direction we need to head, and create that, bringing the community together all over.
Right, I agree.
That's the kind of thing. It's not about us, it's not about the store, it's not about making money. It's about people enjoying their games. Because that's what
we love.
Deserve. Yep. You put in the time, you put in the money, you put in the effort, you deserve to enjoy that time.
Exactly. This is awesome, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Like I said, do you have a Facebook or a YouTube presence yet?
We have a Facebook group right now. We're also running an Indiegogo campaign. You can look that up. Both names are under Tabletop Gaming Center. I can give you links if you want to attach that.
Do you have a business card? Or?
Absolutely, I'll get it for you in just a second.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Ben.
Absolutely.
I wish nothing but the best of luck for you. I will be stopping by and I will be checking this out.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.